Hey, what's up guys? Gabon Aquarius here. Today I'm going to be shooting a video on Satan. So this video today is going to be based around Satan, the infernal angel Satan, or the fallen angel Satan. So yeah, let's get this show on the road. So starting off with this background. For those of you who don't know who Satan is, which is a rare case honestly, unless you live under some fucking rock out there on some hill or under some bridge or some shit, is a fallen angel that has left such a huge impression on countless humans out there throughout the passage of time, to the point where temples have been depicted in his name, churches and temples, as well as Christians and Catholics associating him with the quote unquote devil, as well as just general people looking up to him as the big baddie of the astral plane, the big quote unquote baddie of the astral plane. But none of this shit is the case, honestly. None of this shit applies to Satan whatsoever. None of this shit. Or a symbol of darkness or etc. etc. No, none of this shit applies to Satan. I mean, you couldn't understate something anymore, even if you tried, in terms of everything that I previously mentioned that has to do with Satan. I mean, wow. People get bored throughout reality and they just start making bullshit up, I guess, because humans get bored, I guess. Humans get fucking bored and they just start saying anything and doing anything. So, but yeah, none of this shit is the case, honestly, in terms of Satan's background. So yeah. In any case, and another thing too that I want to address really fast before we get any more deeper into Satan's profiling, is that Satan doesn't take the Church of Satan or any other Satanists out there seriously. No offense to them, but I'm just saying what he has told me in terms of how he feels about them, because these guys don't directly they don't direct Satan. Okay, they just utilize Satan as a symbol of freedom and darkness and evil and sin and etc. And as well as utilizing him as a symbol to be free from the yoke of God, which this notion is completely fucking hilarious and childish and just plain stupid, honestly, because no one could be free from the yoke of God. None of us, not me, not anyone, no one, no, not any spirit out there, no one, nothing, literally, not even the strands of hair that you have on your fucking head, similar to me. Nothing is free from the yoke of God. Nothing, literally, unless you want to live under some delusional disassociative reality amongst your mind, in terms of you having free will and you being able to do this and that and the third and etc. And that you are your own God and etc. But no, okay, this is all just fucking, this is all beginner notion, or just people who are not even well informed on reality and the way that existence works from a hierarchical perspective. So yeah, or or just people who are just, like I said, just fucking delusional people out there. So yeah, he doesn't take them seriously. He told me that he just whenever he's called upon, he goes over there and he makes a loud noise and everyone, the whole church just goes insane and etc. And yeah, he just leaves immediately, and that's pretty much it. These guys don't remotely seriously work or approach with they don't seriously work with Satan or approach Satan on an actual in-depth serious level, um like actual skilled magicians have, and including myself as well. I mean, these guys, you ask them what Satan what Satan is, where is Satan from, what is his correspondences, what is his specialties, and these guys won't even know where the hell to start, other than he is the symbol of darkness, he is this, he is that, he represents freedom, he represents strength to becoming your own god and this and that, and no, okay, and he goes against God and this and no. Oh my gosh, you have to hear what he's saying right now. He's just laughing right now, honestly. So yeah. In any case, let's get down to the serious business. So Satan is a potestates. He comes from the order of powers. Okay, he comes from the order of powers, and he's the fifth highest ranking spirit amongst the order of powers. So yeah, that speaks for itself amongst Lucifer, and who else is a potestates? There's a couple of other angels out there that can't come into mind, that are at the tip of my tongue really, that I just can't that I can't put my finger on them. But yeah, there are many other. I've worked with many other infernal angels that are potestates. There's a lot of potestates, infernal angels out there. So yeah, and Satan is one of them, and he is the fifth highest ranking spirit. And yeah, in general, one more thing too before I proceed with his correspondences, is that I don't know where the hell people get this notion from where Satan is depicted so highly on a pedestal. I mean, no offense to him, which he knows, he understands, obviously, but Satan, people like to paint Satan as like this big, huge angel, like he's everything, like he's this and that, like he's the top dog of the astral plane, like this guy is hot shit, so to speak. But no, that's not the case, honestly. I mean, Satan is the lowest ranking, one of the lowest ranking spirits. I mean, one of the lowest ranking angels amongst the order of angels and all orders in general. I mean, Satan is literally, people just get this shit because his name was mentioned in the Bible here and there, but people forget that names like Abaddon, which means destruction, and Satan, his name means the adversary or the enemy. So literally, when God referenced or when Christ, I think it was Cristo, I think it was my beloved Cristo, but when Cristo mentioned that Satan is the ruler of the earth, it's not literal, okay? It's not a phrase that's literal. And Jesus Christ clearly says in one of the passages in the Bible, stating that my people speak in phrases. Okay, so you have to be wise, okay? You have to be fucking wise, and you have to really see through stuff in order to understand what was said, biblically speaking. And in that case, okay, it was referenced that Satan, okay, which is the enemy, which is sin, is the ruler of the earth. That's why you see gluttony everywhere, porn everywhere, okay, porn glorified everywhere. You look fucking left and right, and you see even the most mundane companies, okay, making advertisements with cute girls and shit, with big titties and shit, to catch people's attention and whatnot. And you just see just violence glorified everywhere. People taking each other's lives like it's fucking like it's water. People throwing each other's lives away like you're throwing away a fucking soda can or some shit. And etc etc etc. This is what was applied. Not that literally the spirit, the angel Satan is the rule of the earth. That's not the case. Because if you really want to know who the rule of the earth is, besides God, which is the ruler of all spheres, everything in existence, it's Sandalphon alongside Uriel. So Uriel or Auriel. Okay, Uriel rules the astral equivalent of the earth, which is Malkuth. Uriel has dominance over damn near all the spheres. Literally, he rules over the cosmos in general. So there's angels that are assigned to different spheres, and Uriel is the one that rules over the cosmos, which has to do with the spheres in general as well. And Uriel rules over the astral plane of Earth, versus Sandalphon. Sandalphon rules over the literal physical aspect of Earth itself. So he literally is he's the literal ruler of Malkuth, which is Earth. And yeah, it speaks for itself. So the ruler of Earth is Sandalphon, the guardian of Earth, and etc. So yeah, I mean, people are just so fucking stupid, honestly. I mean, humans are just so dumb. But yeah. And Satan, yeah, he's saying the same thing. I mean, he's saying my kind is just so oblivious and stupid. I understand. I mean, but yeah, people are just dumb. In general, like I said, people get bored and they start making shit up and saying anything and doing anything. So yeah. In any case, moving on, now that I cleared up that bullshit from the air, moving on. So Satan, his name, as I mentioned, means the adversary. Satan is the fifth highest ranking spirit amongst the fifth highest ranking angel amongst the order of potestates, which is the order of powers. As well as Satan rules over Thaumiel. So he rules over Thaumiel, the Qliphothic highest sphere, the highest Qlipha in the Qliphoth, or the tree of death, which is Thaumiel or Thaumael. And he in turn rules over the sphere with Moloch. But Satan is the actual ruler of this sphere from an actual celestial infernal perspective, because Satan has a higher rank than Moloch. Moloch is literally just a pagan spirit that was created by humans and by civilizations in ancient times and whatnot, back in the day, hundreds of thousands of years ago. And yeah, no offense to Moloch, but he understands where I'm coming from. And yeah, moving on. So yeah, Satan is the actual ruler of Thaumiel, but yeah, in turn it's ruled by both Moloch and Satan, 50-50%. 50-50%. So yeah. In any case, moving on, that's his background. So moving on to his correspondences. Satan is a Pisces. So his literal actual main correspondence is Pisces. 27 degrees in Pisces to be exact. Which the key word here is distractor or distraction. But I'm gonna elaborate more on his the meaning of that correspondences or that specific degree in Pisces. And as well as he is 21 degrees in Aries, so literal Aries, firepower, Martian power, and and yeah, and he's also lunar. He's also lunar and Uranusian, so Uranus, but to a very minor degree, very minor. And I put emphasis on minor to the point where it's not even applicable, honestly, but it's still there nevertheless. So yeah, and and yeah, that's pretty much his correspondences. And I'm gonna go over his nature really fast in terms of his behavior and etc. before I move on to his traits and specialties. So Satan is his behavior is nice and calm, okay? Satan is usually nice and calm and quiet. But here and there he will, bear in mind, here and there, not all the time. Here and there he will show signs of coerciveness and aggression. And it just comes from his 21 degrees in Aries correspondence. And not only that, but he's very karmic in nature. He works in a heavily karmic nature. So anything that you do with Satan, expect a bite in the ass, no matter what it is, okay? Literally. And that's no offense to him, it's just his nature, okay? Satan's not going to change for me. He's not going to change for you. He's not going to change for anyone, okay? He can't even change, okay? Only in rare cases will he work stably, but sooner or later he will show signs of instability, and you will feel you will feel his karmic nature, so to speak. So yeah, and not only that, but it's tit for tat with Satan. Okay, it's tit for tat with Satan. It's tit for tat with any infernal angel out there. Okay, so it's tit for tat, tango. Okay, it's like dancing. Okay, it's step by step. It's tit for tat with angels, infernal angels, fallen angels like Azazel, Satan. Who else? Abaddon, etc. etc. Who else? Who else? There is another one that comes into mind, and there's many infernal angels that are tit for tat with. Some infernal angels are stable, nice and stable in rare cases, like Belial, if you go. I like to say Belial, but yeah. And in any case, there's many more, but for the most part, most of these guys is tit for tat with them. Okay, these guys are not stable in any way, shape, or form, and so yeah. Lucifer is moderate, but sooner or later, like I've stated, he will show signs of instability and etc. So yeah, that's pretty much Satan's background. I mean, his nature, how his behavior and his nature. So yeah, moving on. Moving on. So yeah, his traits and specialty. So his traits are okay. So his specialties, his what he can bring to the table for the quote unquote magician or occultist or exorcist, etc., etc. Is that of clairvoyance. So clairvoyance, anything that has to do with the kundalini, the third eye. Okay. You energy flowing through you. Okay, your clairaudience, your everything, your astral taste, your astral smell, everything, okay, that falls down in the lines of Piscean clairvoyance. So water clairvoyance, not aerial or fire clairvoyance. No, I mean literal area. I mean literal water clairvoyance. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, etc., etc. So yeah, stuff like that. So clairvoyance, all things hidden, which has to do with incognito-ness, so literally being hidden from the masses, very off the radar, low key, if you will. Almost like if you're dead to the world. What else? Invisibility, okay, which also falls under all things hidden, and incognito-ness as well. So literal invisibility, so becoming invisible on a physical level. And money to a very minor degree, but he can still do so for you. But he's heavily karmic, so I don't recommend that. illegal affairs. Okay, so illegal affairs, literally, which I don't recommend as well, because if he already is karmic in nature, why the hell would you bow down to illegal affairs? I mean, you're just asking for some shit to happen later down the line to you. And last but not least is judicial affairs. So judicial affairs, okay? So he's skilled in clairvoyance, incognito, invisibility, money, judicial affairs, and illegal affairs. So yeah, and these six things is what he can do for the average individual. And yeah, hold on. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry about that. I had to quickly put my phone on airplane mode before I start getting calls and messages and etc. So yeah, in any case, yeah. So moving on, that's pretty much his specialties and everything. So moving on to his appearance, his form, the form that he takes for me and other individuals out there, I guess. It all depends really in terms of what's more comfortable for you as an occultist, in terms of perceiving and bearing energy to take a form. In any case, for me, the first time that Satan appeared to me, when we first started working with each other back a really long time ago, excuse me, he took the form of a snake. So he took the form of a snake, an astral snake that was flying in the air, and it had small wings and whatnot projecting from his small back. And this snake was like a black, it looked like a python, really, like a python, literally. And it was all black, literally, and it had like a nice bluish glow to it, like a nice blue simmer to it, and it was really, 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 really beautiful, man. It was so gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie, it was very beautiful. Sometimes it will be black, but with a green simmer. Sometimes it'll be completely a complete different color, like green, with different yellow or reddish accents to it. It's really beautiful, honestly. He changes like the since Satan corresponds to Pisces, and Pisces is a water sign, all spirits that correspond to a water sign like Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, these guys are very fluid and ever changing. Their form changes like the seasons, like the air, like the water, okay, like the wind. Not like literally 9 times out of 10, where a Piscean, Cancer, or Scorpio spirit appears to you, these guys will have like a different color, a colorization, different color palettes, or a different form entirely. Or in rare cases, not necessarily rare cases, but sometimes they'll literally just start ship shaping like crazy right there in front of you. And it'll be very hard to get used to, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. It'll be very difficult for you to hone this, but through time and just experience, you wouldn't phase you, honestly. You wouldn't just be like you wouldn't just gaze at it and get lost, like it's as if you're staring at water or the ocean or something similar. So yeah, that's pretty much the first appearance that he took from me. The second appearance that he took from me was that of a Greek Spartan soldier. So a soldier from Sparta, okay, and he was a hoplite soldier. So a typical hoplite soldier, or a phalanx or a hoplites. But hoplites they have more heavier armor than phalanxes. In any case, a hoplite soldier, if I'm not mistaken, a hoplite soldier, a typical hoplite soldier, okay, with this big ass spear. I mean, his big ass shield and a spear, okay. So a big ass shield and a spear, and that typical hoplite's helmet with the fur on top of it, and it covering the cheekbones and etc. Yeah, that helmet, okay. It's a typical hoplite soldier. No wings or anything, just literally like it's like if you were standing in front of a hoplite soldier from Sparta. And yeah, that was pretty much that, which I found really cool. It was really nice and awesome to see. Um, and then his last appearance that he took from me, which was recent as well. He took the form of, he showed me his celestial form. So he literally showed me, he showcased to me his celestial form, which has to do with which is that of a stereotypical angel, really. So a stereotypical angel, and in this case he wasn't wearing any armor. He was wearing like Roman-ish armor, but he didn't have any chest plates or anything. He simply was just wearing a nice tight shirt that showcased his build and everything, his strength and whatnot. And this the top, let's just say the sleeves, the top sleeves of the shirt, the short sleeves of the shirt had like little nice designs around it. It's similar to something that my Lord Samael and Mikael and etc. wear. So a nice shirt with little designs around the short sleeves and whatnot. And he was wearing a garnet or a belt that had the little straps hanging from it that go from the waist down. That the stereotypical belt or the garnet that has the straps hanging down from Roman or Greek or Greco soldiers and etc. And other soldiers out there. And and yeah, etc. 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 Just stuff like that really was what he was wearing and whatnot, as well as sandals. And the sandals will sometimes turn silver, or sometimes they'll be copper or black in general, so just black. And I really like his and sometimes his the colorizations in general would just change rapidly due to his Piscean traits and etc. So due to his Piscean traits, his colors will change rapidly, and yeah, you'll see what I'm talking about if you end up having the liberty of summoning or invoking Satan, or evoking Satan, whichever or. But astrally speaking, this applies astrally, because if you evoke him physically, then he's not going to be ever changing. He's just going to have a standard. He's just going to have a straight up solid form, a literal physical solid form, and it's not gonna. It's just going to be physical. I mean, do I change color? No. So yeah, it speaks for itself. Um. So yeah. In any case, moving on. So yeah, that's pretty much the form that he takes. Oh yeah, and his eyes sometimes are nice and bluish, and I mean like a dark navy, brilliant blue. Okay, so Jupiterian blue, nice dark blue, not literally blackish blue, where to the point where you have to look at it closely to know that it's blue. I mean literally like a dark blue. Okay, not navy blue, dark blue. So for example, just dark blue. Okay, just just dark blue, and his hair, sorry about that, I'm sorry, and his hair is sometimes black, nice and wavy. I mean, it's the size of my hair. It goes down to my shoulders, but my hair is a bit longer from the back. It's a bit longer from the back. Okay, and yeah, in general, but this is because my hair is just I have that type of hair that, let's just say that it shrinks basically, so I have to like do a bunch of stuff to it to bring it to its actual size. In any case, as of now, how my hair looks is down to my shoulders. And yeah, Satan's hair is similar, just like that, with blackish hair, sometimes being brown or blonde. Most of the time it's black in my case. So yeah, and his eyes are blue, and his skin is nice and Caucasian, nice and refined Caucasian. And yeah, that's pretty much it, really, in terms of his celestial form. And his wings, he only has two wings. His wings change colors from blue to red rapidly, here and there, rapidly, I mean rapidly. And, or sometimes it'll just be white. Or just some kind of, it just changes colors a lot, to the point where it's not a fixed color, okay? So yeah, and that's pretty much his celestial form. That's pretty much it. So yeah, moving on to my experiences with Satan. So yeah, I started working with Satan a long time ago. From this point on, literally in my life, so a really long time ago. In terms of me gathering spirits to become to join my repertoire or my group or my astral family of spirits. And since I'm fond of infernal angels, I went to Satan's way, especially because I was looking for a spirit that was skilled in clairvoyance. So yeah, Satan was one of them, and so I went to his way, and yeah, I simply just told him that I would like him to become my fourth patron and etc. And he agreed and whatnot. He agreed, and we simply just went on from there. And I put him in charge of several things. Several things. I think it was a total of 4 things. So, clairvoyance, money, um, keeping me hidden from the masses, so incognito. And I think last but not least was something else. If I'm not mistaken, I can't really remember. No. It's just these 3 things. It was literally just these 3 things. So yeah, and yeah, I'm sorry. There's like something bothering me, honestly, and there's like something that's flowing through me that's a bit. In any case, yeah. So yeah, it was just the three things: clairvoyance, money, and incognito-ness. And starting off with clairvoyance, he altered my clairvoyance substantially well, and I mean really, really, really well. This guy has came through for me, really well. Okay, really good. This guy, he's altered my clairvoyance to the point where I had to. I started seeing the guys I started seeing astral energy, so clear layers and waves of astral energy, very, very clearly. Okay, pure raw forms of astral energy. So astral energy at its purest form, to the point where things became a bit more blurrier and more see-through, more ethereal than they were before. And yeah, this was just due to the way that Satan alters one's astral eyes and clairvoyances in general, in terms of making one more pure astrally and viewing energy for how it really looks like and perceives, instead of the way that you built up your own clairvoyance foundations and faculties and etc. Satan literally shows you actual true pure raw astral energy when he alters your third eye and etc. So yeah, that's why if someone out there who has done so alongside me, um these guys someone who has experience with Satan's clairvoyant faculties, that's why spirits look a bit more blurrier and a bit more ethereal than they did before. Satan has done his thing to set individual, because he just makes you perceive astral energy for what it really looks like and how it really is. So pure raw forms of astral energy at its rawest form. So yeah. And um and he also altered my clairaudience to a moderate degree. Not too much, but he's improved it nevertheless. And yeah, it's still in effect till this day. I mean, everything that I do is still let's just say it's still permanent. But yeah, to the point where I still hear ringing sounds here and there, like real powerful ringing. I'm not talking about that stupid ringing that when one's ear rings that they're like, oh, someone's speaking about me or some shit. No, okay, that shit is gone in like 5 seconds. I'm talking about serious ringing, okay, to the point where it lasts like for like 30 seconds, really a long time, and it's very deafening and whatnot. That's your clear audience. That's normal. If someone who's remotely astrally inclined gets this, and they might not know what the hell it is, but I'm telling you right now, okay, it's simply just your clear audience kicking in, or it's simply just your clear audience in general, just doing this in general. It just does that here and there. That's normal. And yeah, that still happens after Satan has adjusted my clear audience and etc. So yeah. Moving on to something else. So yeah, besides clairvoyance, I've had Satan basically keep me hidden from the masses, domestically speaking, because I wanted to get away from a past life that I used to live, and it was quite difficult. Okay, past baggage, if you will. And it was quite difficult to do so with everyone knowing who the hell I was, domestically speaking, and etc. 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 Okay, not anything bad really. Okay, it's just I wanted to get away from the stupid fucking bullshit, the depravity that I found myself being amongst in my past and whatnot. So yeah, I simply just wanted him to lead others astray from me personally, as well as me in general. Okay, and my life and everything. I wanted to literally be dead to the world. Okay, dead to the world. And that literally was the case, to the point where I had to tell Satan. He did really, really well on this, okay? To the point where I had to tell Satan, okay, listen, I'm gonna need you to stop, okay? Because if we continue on this route, then I wouldn't even go anywhere, internationally speaking, as well as domestically speaking. So honestly, yeah, let's just put this aside for now and whatnot. And he understood and everything, and we just went off from there. So the only things that we had to focus on after that was simply just money and clairvoyance. And in terms of clairvoyance, and in terms of money, so money affairs, Satan he does moderately well, but Not it's not the kind of results that you would expect, okay? Like this guy will shower you in money and etc. No, 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 no. That's not the case with Satan, okay? Satan works moderately well. Okay, he works decently well. And but very minor still. This is stuff that's not even like applicable, honestly. Like just a couple lousy $100 here and there. No. It's not really that good. And but yeah, so but he has done all of this for me. Okay, so everything that I've mentioned, including the money affair, the money working, and he, yeah, okay, it's not that good. So I simply just had to brush that aside in terms of this disassociating him from being in charge of that aspect, in terms of him being my fourth patron. So that's essentially it, really, in terms of my experiences with Satan. Last but not least, the way that he works, as I mentioned, is he's very karmic in nature. Very, very, excuse me, very, very karmic in nature. Okay, to the point where I literally just I didn't like it anymore. Okay, I simply had to tell Satan that, we have to go separate ways after what I'm about to say, the story that I'm about to mention right now, just for good measure. Okay, and yeah, which it's no ill will or anything. Okay, me and him are already past that, so I don't have to say anything more. He already understands and everything, and as well as I. So in any case, yeah. So the way that he works is that, let's just say for an example, if you ask him to come through for you in terms of clairvoyant affairs, Satan will do so very well, really really good, to the point where but it comes with there's a catch. Okay, there's a catch, and the catch here is that he will bestow upon you neurosis, as well as making you more ragey and mad here and there and etc. And this is just the price. This is just the toll and the price that you have to take, that you have to pay, in order for him to do what you have to do what you asked him to do for you in terms of clairvoyant faculties and etc. No matter what kind of clairvoyant it is, no matter what kind of astral sense it is, and yeah, he will simply just make you more ragey, more mad, to have neurosis and etc., to just have more anxiety and etc., etc., etc. And yeah, no, I didn't like that shit, and it got so bad to the point where I actually got into an argument with associates, domestic associates of mine from back in the day, and it was quite ugly. It was really really ugly, and yeah, no, I realized that when that happened, after that happened, the energy that was flowing through me was Satan's energy. Okay, his Piscean slash Aries like energy. It's aggressive Piscean energy. It feels different than normal Piscean energy, and I felt this energy flowing through me, and I was like, yeah, no, this is Satan causing all of this. Now it became apparent. No, 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 no. I went and I approached him as any other, and I told them, hey, listen, we can't work with each other anymore. I mean, we're just gonna have to call it quits as of now, and everything else, blah 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 blah. He understood, and I simply just packed his altar away. Okay, I packed all of the offerings. I packed up his altar, all the offerings that were organic or something similar, or anything in general. All of his offerings, really, I threw it out, because I mean, no spirit wants sloppy seconds. You can't just fucking, just as any other human out there. Okay, the saying applies here. The saying, okay, the universal saying, no one likes sloppy seconds, applies here drastically. Okay, in spirits, the way that they work is that you can't just give them an offering that you gave another spirit, and that spirit did his thing to the offering. Okay, because spirits drain the astral energy of the offering. So for you to give an offering that a spirit has already drained the astral energy of to another spirit, and this offering is void of astral energy, they're just gonna look at you like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? I mean, what am I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to do with this? Get this out of here. And yeah, you're just gonna look stupid, honestly. So I don't recommend that at all. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Really, that's pretty much it with Satan. My phone is dying right now, so I have to quickly wrap this up. It's at 5 to do this. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I fucking clicked reverse. So I have to do this really quickly before it dies off and whatnot. In any case, yeah, that's pretty much this article. I mean, that's pretty much Satan elaborated, and that's pretty much everything that he's skilled in. Okay. So yeah, there the link to his article will be down below in the description, in which you can read more upon him detail by detail. And yeah, that's pretty much his faculties, his traits, and everything. Satan is the ruler of Thaumiel as well as Moloch. Satan is 21 degrees in Aries as well as 27 degrees in Pisces. He's mainly Jupiterian. He also has lunar and Uranusian correspondences as well, but very minor. His specialties is clairvoyance, money, hidden affairs like incognito, invisibility, illegal affairs, judicial affairs. Okay, and he is also he's an angel that corresponds to the order of angels called potestates or powers. He's from the order of powers or potestates, and he's the fifth highest ranking one from potestates. He is a Hasatani angel, so an infernal fallen angel, and his name means the adversary or the enemy. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all. Bye bye. And I made some custom seals for Satan down below, in his article that I will list down below in the description of this video. So knock yourself out if you will. And that's pretty much it. Bye bye.